Good evening, everybody. I am Tashi, and I'm here to read Fountain of Justice. And also, Creator is here with me.
Hello, Afterthought.
I am Afterthought. And you will be the first one to laugh if I hidden my character to Afterthought. I'm pretty sure that's taken, by the way. Let me actually see. YouTube. Is there a channel named Afterthought?
It's one that Weiss is going to have soon because she's not decided on name yet.
I mean channel. Yeah, there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there are millions of Afterthought named channels.
I guess that's like a channel that watches something, they'll tell you after it what they thought of it.
From what I can see, no, most of them are not even reaction channels.
Okay. You know what, though? That would be a great name for a reaction channel.
I'm pretty sure that is one of them. But hi, here I am. Oh wait, another one. This Mambo is not here.
But the dogs are in the room?
No, they are another room. Another one.
Okay.
So this is gonna be a short chapter, a short part because I mean this is there some program. It's gonna be like 30 minutes or something like that. Even shorter.
Sure.
But let's try because you can hear my voice is not the best at the moment. But there was some trouble in getting town, and Mumbo Jumbo became overloaded. Oh hi Ilya, welcome. Sorry for not being able to say much, and also I won't be able to see next week. Cool. I checked with people this morning, so yeah, next week there's not gonna be any stream, sadly.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard when I'm working. It would be fun if you saw me in the workplace reading this chapter.
It might at that.
But we have some dark music probably, and because Raven is thinking about, yeah, I did this, it's my fault. Yeah, that's it.
You know, remember you said that comment earlier as you read this ahead?
At the end, after nearly an hour of silent work, they managed to extract enough magic from Mumbo's unconscious body to prevent his death. But as they saw him being loaded onto the back of the ambulance, and with an oxygen mask covering his face, the last thing either of them felt was accomplishment. But they still felt it. Raven, it wasn't your fault. That made the shot from his motorcycle, and they all rode back to the Titan server. I'm pretty sure all of the Titans have said this words. It was my fault. Robin went away and became Nightwing because it was my fault. Starfire went home because it was her fault. Raven became White Raven because it was her fault. I'm pretty sure Garfield went away as well at one point because it was his fault. And Cyborg too, because he was taken over by a virus at one point. It was my fault. So yeah, that's a universally used sentence in the titles. They all name themselves.
I wonder if that was even an episode title. It's your fault or something like to that effect.
No, it was different episodes. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's being the cat from this motorcycle as they all rolled back to the tower. That was my magic, Emma Carlton, holding up to herself in the seat inside of the car. My magic was running through his veins, and it almost killed him. I almost killed him. No, it was his magic that siphoned all of your magic into his body. So, if you have a medicine at home, and there's a robber coming into your home, and steals it, and eats it, it's gonna be your fault that he died. That is the logic here. You also saved his life. As we pointed out, trying to confront her friend. None of us would have been able to get it out of him without you. Heck, if it wasn't for you, Mice and Nightwing, we would all still be animals, and I would be a puppy. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have to save him from magical overload in the first place. He could have easily knocked it from his hands and broken it, stopping him and letting everyone back to normal, without almost killing him. Nah, but he didn't do that. Everyone grew silent at the hero's declaration. As much as they didn't agree with her assessment of the situation, truly feeling it wasn't her fault, they also knew why she was so scared. No one could blame for that. No one could blame her for that. Corey, sitting in the front passenger seat, turned to look Haven with sad eyes. Can't Haven, please. I don't like when you do the mopping. I like mopping better. You only do the mopping when the floor is dirty. You're my friend. And when you get sad about yourself, it hurts. You are so much stronger and better than that. Eva looked back at the almost tearful Starfire. Then sighed. I know, sir. I'm sorry. Not me. We are here for you, okay? Garfield replied, but yet taking her hand. And we always will be. Eva looked at her friend. Then everyone else. From the driver's seat, Mr. Fletcher thumbs up. While the others looked at her reassuringly. Eva could feel the love and concern coming from all of them. And as she let out a small smile, the others smiled back.
I actually wonder something.
Yes?
How many people can fit in the car? Because recently the team had considerably increased. Now, I'm not going to count Nightwing. I know he's on his own motorcycle. If he was in the car, then it means they abandoned the motorcycle somewhere else. So this makes sense. But just how many can fit in the car? Because I'm wagering this is not like a bus or a van.
It's it can change into a minivan, I think. It is like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles car.
They had a van, but yeah,
Yeah.
I get your point.
But
Nothing
at the moment there are 12 of them. Yeah.
That thing went through extensive modifications thanks to Donatello, and I actually remember they had like a sewer's lid as an actual projectile firing from one of their cannons, either that or a pizza.
I'm pretty sure that Victor can do the same. But yeah, for now there are 12 people in the car.
Okay.
Thank you guys, he said, and yanked on his bag rather than back on the chair. No problem, Perry. Yanked on his bag. Aside before we get right. Now, let's discuss something else. Oh God, Bart yelled. And noticed everyone giving her. So, I know what you are going to say.
Your name is Afterthought now.
No. If your sound was the most awesome and serious thing I have ever seen, then yes, you would be correct. It was most spectacular.
Oh, that's a problem. It's not specifying who said that, nor the next comment.
All of them, jumping in. So, this was definitely young. And the other two, I think it's yang to be young.
Right, 'cause you have to guess based on syntax, grammar,
Yeah.
language style, all that. And there is a chance to do that, but it would have been nice to be more clear.
And I
yeah,
can guess that Blake is not the one to gossip, so he might not speak at all.
Much less confusion when there's only one person or two people talking to each other. But when you got 12 in the car, it'd be nice to be more clear.
Yeah. It's almost
You don't, have to
spectacular.
you don't have to specify that when it's an actual cartoon episode, you see who's talking. But when it comes to a story and text, gotta be more clear.
I mean, at the moment, it doesn't really matter who is saying it because they are all agreeing.
Well, at least we're getting to see what they're saying.
Think more flip out like that. What is that, girl, dude? Yeah, that is definitely young. Only young says dude. No one else. Maybe Nora, but he's not part of the combination at the moment. Not at all have done off, but Rice's performance. I was thinking it was incredible, and the way she effortlessly took the wind out of Mumbo's head. Rice slowly grew to smile at all the praise, a faint blush forming on her cheeks.
You know what? It wasn't just them that witnessed this. Now, I would say Mumbo's questionable at this point. What he might remember later on if he survives at all, and he probably will. But there was a huge audience in the background too that was gradually shuffled out of the tent. Still, they caught some of the performance, and that could affect her reputation going forward.
Yeah, I guess we have her new name, White Canary.
There you go.
Wait, that's my mistake as well.
No, Black Canary is.
I know Black Canary is, but it's not White Canary.
What if they do this too? In the Teen Titans, like, hey, how about White Canary? And then Garfield goes, wait a second, let me check the internet, see if anyone's taken that name.
Yes,
already.
there is. There is a White Canary. It is so honest.
Snap the fingers, like, oh, shoot.
And she was featured most in movies and animated show and the comics. So not even a small character.
Maybe Snow Canary?
Well, let me see. But yeah, it was kind of fun, she admitted. Kind of fun, she said. Good, it looks like you were having an absolute blast. You might mean to get on your team during Character Night. With her side.
That is missing a beginning quote right there in front of the word girl.
What?
Right after the word she says, it was supposed to get a beginning quote again.
No, he is saying kind of fun, she said.
Oh, he also said she says.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Victor saying the whole thing.
Okay.
this whole thing.
Alright.
Victor replied, on the phone with suddenly like her partner in court. No, I can't live on having my messy wife on my character team. But I really can. And got feeling of the disappointing God as I'm off his fingers. Amen! He said, knowing the next character night was just a few days. Judging by the looks on his faces, they knew this too. Getting the level of a thoughtful expression before following back advice. You know, I'm pretty certain that the first one was a brand new one. He pointed out. Funny how you were able to come up with a brand new song in less than 10 minutes. Yet I can't come up with a superhero name in 1 week. And yet you can't come up with a superhero in 1 week. Yeah, I even mentioned that was Mirror Mirror Part 2 when she was singing it. That's not the first song. I don't even mean the show saw my color excuse this time, and we have already determined that was nonsense. Wait, what? The show suddenly asked in clear confusion, while Vice looked at Yang in embarrassed irritation. Don't you start, Xiaolong, Vice replied. Hold on, is that why you called me? Vice ignored Xiaolong and suddenly opened in outburst, and straightened herself. And, for your information, I didn't come up with a name. Oh, praise the heavens above! Yang eulogized by handing up her arms in thanks.
That was first time I saw the word.
Yeah, I have seen it before, but not with them. It literally models it as well. Ugh!
Be quiet and take this seriously, says somebody who can talk.
Why can't I watch in the ROS shows, starting with Legend of Tomorrow? I didn't have that scene. That's fine. But we can play that, and now everyone was rejoicing. And there was so much rejoicing. Be quiet and take this seriously. Never. Everyone, including John, laughed and yelled impatient. You were right out of chocolate. And when everyone calmed down, they looked at her expectantly. Well, Megan, don't leave us in suspense. Why can't her told, and looked at everyone dead in the eyes. I worry Mage. Why did you get a dictionary and try to look up a similar name for white? Do you even know what ivory looks like? That is not white. That is gray.
The answer may be actually yes. She did strike me as studious.
No, that is not silly. That is just because. Oh, I can't have the same name, same color.
So we should look up alternatives and then
Yeah.
maybe do a search on the internet to see is that taken, is that taken? And it's just like the DMV when you try to take custom license plate. but you can't have the same thing anyone else has taken.
Mage? Yeah, I can see that because she's testing but
Yeah, she would be the most mage-like of the remnant team that I'm aware of.
but after the show, everyone just gonna call her Siren. Online it is already taken. Is it already taken? Let's see. Yes, that is. as well. That is the name of those families. There's no name that is not taken. So, now we have Ivory Mage. And so, gentlemen, on that page to explore. I'm assuming we don't need this right on music.
Actually, at this point, I'd probably go for something either more religious or darker. Best would be both.
There you go.
This sounds like something out of the Terminator, which I guess is not entirely out of theme.
Yeah. It might be. And so, children, on that page to explore, nearing the end of his sermon. Understand this. The true nature of man is to seize control of one destiny. Do not let others decide your fate, and others control your destiny. Your life and your desires are in your hands alone, and decreed by our Lord. I say this out loud because I have to, but actually I'm controlling all of you in the meantime. So said the High Father, congregation chanted, the heads bowed low. But the Lord looked down upon them and smiled. So said the High Father. Now, go forth and spread his word. There is much work to be done. Our work is never done.
Well, that's depressing.
It is. But her blood longer than the declaration, and soon enough his mother and sister began to file out of the main hall, and out into the nighttime city. But her blood remained behind to watch them go, or to turn to the lone individual who remained. But her blood, like I said, the plan was a failure. Momo, yes, lives. No, that was not a failure. It was part of the plan. Him failing was part of the plan, and Momo was just a little bait for Raven. Is that so? Then as I'm moving toward the back room of the church. I'm pretty sure he wanted Momo to blab about where he got the magic hat and red mask from. Yes! My little wizard, magician, lead her to us. Yes, that's what I can tell. I was sounding despondent. I don't see how we can continue our plan now. Don't be so sure, my wayward son. You are thinking too small. The guy seemed confused at this. What do you mean? The plan was... I know what the plan called for. But I'm not interrupted. I think they're correct. But even the best laid plans never survived contact with the enemy. We had not known about the new recruits, so we could not have planned for them. Yet, I am not disappointed in the outcome in the slightest. You are not? No. Besides, we got what we needed. Yes, Momo and Titan yet to leave. Or sometimes. Not significantly.
Wait a
Sometimes.
minute. Hold on there. It's kind of a good thing a little bit here. One of the Titans is Raven, and they kind of need her. Alive at least for now. And this is specifically tied to this cult too. What's more is, in the outcome of that encounter, she got a little bit depressed. It's a bit of a victory for them.
No, I'm pretty sure they, at least he knew that Momo is not capable of defeating Raven. He wanted to thin the blood of the Titans. Yeah, sure. Maybe Momo can take care of some of them and get Raven out of the floor. But the main part was to lead Raven here. That was the main part of the plan.
Yeah, not her death.
Yeah.
The only way I can see her death, from their perspective, in an ideal situation, is like in a ritual that somehow can channel that energy in just the right way upon slaying her. But doing it through Mumbo's hands, like, no, that would have been a detriment to their plan.
I mean, we don't know if they need Raven or just her magic.
Raven's magic is part of Trigon, and that's worship. I'm not sure if they're all aware of that, but it's true nonetheless.
I mean, all they need is her blood, probably.
Well, maybe her magic too. But yeah, blood's likely in there as well. I mean, it's kind of in the name. I kind of think he wasn't named Brother Blood when he was born.
Yeah, and we know that they want to revive Trigon here. But they open the portal for him to get to this part of the earth.
I was teased with my name so often during school, I decided to become a cultist after all. Just like everyone thought I would.
Sometimes, all that is needed to destroy our enemy is a single seed of doubt. Yeah! It can go into a huge forest that can destroy the village right next to it. If you let it go.
Hope could do that too. I mean, any seed can grow.
Yeah. The seed, if you nurture it and grow it, becomes a suitable person like a plague. So, if we do our duty and allow the seed to grow. Of course! That's what I guess in the relation. I will see to the preparation as well. Please do. Glory to Tychon. Glory to Tychon! Like I chatted, we were walking out toward the front of the church. One of them watched him leave with a satisfied smile before becoming sorry. Closing his eyes, took a deep breath and allowed himself far more wicked again. I know you are here, he said. In just a few moments, he heard the heavy hoofstomps of an armored moose hitting the tiled floor.
One of the stormtroopers escaped.
Wouldn't be funny. If you think you are going to be able to combat me with the scrap I heard in here now, you will all think coming. The man said in front from me at his helmet. Blood man enough. I'm not sure it's not him, but it would be funny.
Well, the first one I thought of was like Dr. Doom. If that's from the same universe.
This is not even in here, but
yeah, that's what it is. You nailed it. Oh, you can see why. I think you can see why he didn't join the cult. He kind of already is in one.
how disappointing. I would have loved to have you join us as a family. I mean, we will probably see you which is by the end of the whole paragraph. I'm impressed, he responded. The two remained in silence before Madame Blonde began to speak in a much more serious tone. I thought you have what I ordered. I do. It's waiting for you out back with the rest. The payment? He responded. But he stood nearby a wall panel and opened it, revealing a large safe. You know what? There is one who might actually be in this one. I don't remember his name though.
This reminds me of Deathstroke a little bit, because he's kind of a mercenary too.
You are talking about heavy armor boots and the mercenary.
Yeah, right, that's Deathstroke. By the way, funny enough, if it is him, you picked a song that kind of reminded me of the Terminator a little bit. That is actually one of his titles.
Wait, it didn't he was called the Slate. Not Deathstroke.
That's his real name.
Ah. So we told for the same character. Entirely.
Yeah.
They some against the scanner in Japan, and they went itself to a house a heavy duty briefcase. He grabbed it by the handle and placed it on the center desk and opened it, revealing it to be filled with to the brim with stacks of $100 bills. $10 million for the creature and testbot. Oh god, it's a game. It is a game. I'm calling it right now.
Kind of thinking that too. I mean, this is a cult that would definitely be interested in that.
As negotiated, he said, and the master grabbed the stack for inspection.
Didn't we establish though that Lex Luthor was among those that grabbed the sample of it? But I kind of don't easily see him dealing directly with Brother Blood.
And I wouldn't see him with heavy metal armor.
You know what? Besides that, $10 million is probably toilet paper to Lex Luthor's fortune.
I mean, yeah.
However, for Slade, that might put some forward momentum in his other plans.
Indeed.
Those bullets come cheap sometimes.
Yeah. By the time we get to his content, his wife made it back into a briefcase and closed it. The sound of a lock being shot answering after one. I thought everything in an order, not as the master done it. It did. But if that thing makes out, it's on your head. You must have guns, big guns, pointing at the thing at all times. You would be saying, I would have thought you would try to take advantage of this opportunity against our mutual enemies. I am here on the contact. Nothing I anniversary would want to keep you getting hired should do is make a contact. So, don't even bother. Okay. Should I anticipate anything? Just one. Don't trust it at all. In saying that, a while back, take the view into going into the cage and insulted them. If it's still there, it is not dead. You will that? Of course, Mr. Wilson.
Last name Fisk. That would be the Kingpin.
Huh?
I think.
But I'm not a film. Involving his hand in anticipation. Now, let's go see what I ordered.
He's got a Happy Meal. Alright, you realize this is the first time that the Remnant team was with a superhero team for the second time.
Yeah.
Unless you count Nightwing is still part of the Bat family.
Also, no, it is said. It is Deathstroke.
Alright,
Mr. Wilson is Deathstroke.
what was the first name is? Because something else you said sounded right as well.
His name is Slade Wilson.
Okay.
So yeah, we were more excited about that. I mean, do we even know other mercenary who would actually deal with the devil?
That was among the reasons I thought of, besides also the description of the heavy gear and mask or helmet.
I mean, I know one other, but he's not here. And he doesn't try.
I still really like your theory about Master Chief, though. And you know what? That character could actually make a dent even in a universe like this. That kind of describes Deathstroke anyway. He's an augmented soldier too.
Also, the other Mr. Wilson. Who is not here. But also a mercenary.
Yes, he is. In fact, he was directly modeled after Deathstroke. I think even by the same comic book artist who went to the other company. As I heard.
Yeah, it's funny how he is Wade Wilson and Deathstroke is Slade Wilson. Not even hiding the fact that they are almost the same
Right.
character.
Mm-hmm. They do have some differences too, especially in personality.
Very much different.
Mm.
But yeah, it seems Mr. Blood ordered some aesthetic elements for his show. I mean, we don't know if it's a game yet, but we can assume. There's something alive. That is something something that is actually cautious about how to think people.
It's something that's alive that can appear not alive. So I'm really strongly leaning on, the Grim.
And this is why I don't think it's a game. Because the game don't play mind games. From all we know, the game don't play mind games. If it was just a game, it would hit its head to the cage so much that it would kill itself.
Yeah, well, a Grim probably wouldn't play a trick on purpose, but it can still surprise you. Especially if you're not very educated about it. Like something could have triggered the Grim to wake up and start attacking, and no one around was aware of that, so they thought it was dead. It was just like a black puddle of sapple.
And also, yeah, we know that there are much better games later on in Ruby as well. And we know that Alakazam had a sample, he might have experimented on them, gave them intelligence, and then one of them got out. Got stolen.
It's possible that that kind of Grim could appear in the story, even if this is written before it ever appeared in Ruby.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair story, anything can happen.
Actually, I would even call it more likely to happen in this kind of a story, because if you really put the Grim in the DC universe with everyone else that's also there, you might think someone is going to start experimenting magically or scientifically or whatever. And they might eventually come up with results like that.
Oh, and I actually think that the next chapter is gonna be Easter. It's science and simulation.
There you go. And what date do we have there? Something
2019.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, if you can compare that to what came up in Ruby by then, you might get an idea how much content the writer was able to absorb and include for a story like this.
There you go. That's gonna be the next one.
Alright, yeah, we'll just use that as a cover art for the next chapter.
Yeah, and if it's all of them with the Ruby characters, right?
Oh, yeah. I see it's rated T for Titans.
I was about to say that. Good one. But yeah, let's actually let me check before we leave how long that chapter is gonna be.
Most of them are pretty long, but we'll see.
10,000.
You
So
know, for this story, it's actually on the shorter end.
yeah, it's a shorter chapter.
In fact, a few chapters above, you actually have one that's exactly the same length. 9.9k, Shameless Multicross Part 1.
Yeah, we will see when it's gonna be, because as I said, next week I won't be able to stream at all.
Alright,
But
thank you for the heads up. And we know it's not your fault.
it might be
Oh,
a
yeah,
1 or
there
2
is, actually.
poster.
There's
If it
other
is
times
short.
you ended up canceling a reading, but again, it's not because your fault. It's usually because of a power outage or you're sick. But there's also been, like, family visited and you didn't expect it. You know, all kinds of stuff can happen.
But yeah, that has been for Alakazam. Actually, Momo is not dead. He is still alive. Probably just unconscious, and he will be unconscious for a while. He is actually quite old. If you think about that, his body doesn't get that much.
I do think he'll appear in the story again, but I don't know, maybe not much.
He definitely will. And we know that the one and the mask is one and the hat is quite like the mask. No matter how much you break it, no matter how much you throw it away, it's gonna find its way back to its owner.
I saw a couple of chapter names up ahead that's probably kind of big there. Trigon Part 1 and 2, and Riddle Me This.
We get a comment. Mama, at least you have been copying each other along. Characters along. Yep. That's why I don't know which one is which most of the time. But yeah, that is it for today. And next stream is gonna be somewhere in the next month. I mean, it's almost the end of the month already, so it's obviously gonna be in the next one. But
Impressive. You know, despite the length of the chapters here, I'm looking at the dates and we're seeing that it's approximately 2 per month that was written back then.
1 or 2, yeah. I would say more like 1.
Well, see,
Definitely.
06, 06, 07, 07, 08, 08, that's the same month. Like 2 per month.
Oh yeah. It depends on how much it is part 1, part 2. They were probably written in one big segment.
I've done lengths like that before, though. Approximately that many words per an entire month.
But if you think about that, this is gonna be like 100,000 words. I said, let's have no, that's not 100, that's like 500,000 words.
My goodness, I wonder how long the word new stays on those titles.
For some reason, because all of this is in one page for when I click on it, it thinks that I have had all of these. So if I go to the search page, there's gonna be a whole lot new, there's gonna be, you have read it.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time, whatever it may be.
Thank you for the reading too.
Bye bye!
Bye bye.